Well, here it is, fellow zombies. It's 6:19 in the morning. I'm not even late for this crap in the morning. It's still the attack of the killer bugs this morning for a Monday. Well, dare I mention the date today? Yeah, you see the earphones over here. I'm still trying to get my computer system to work right now. Usually I'm doing my logs on the laptop. But I'm dealing with a pain in the ass this morning. It just doesn't want to kick on. So I have to do it this way. Kind of sucks. But hey, am I going to say the old adage this morning? The day following Halloween is supposed to be the Day of the Dead. Dia de la Muerte. The Mexican holiday of celebrating their lost loved ones. And tributes, altars, costumes. All trying to invite the spirit of their lost loved ones to be part of them that night. The night before, we have the kids and the adults acting like complete fools and idiots with the costumes, unless it's a weekend, and they have all weekend to do that. But if it's a weekday, well then, so much for the weekend. And they still try to act like complete fools and idiots with costumes and colorful shirts. Well, me, not just yet. I'm not in the mood for celebrating it. What I am in the mood for celebrating right now is trying to get myself together here. And understanding a few things here. Like why I wake up in the morning and I feel like everything else just went hell in a handbasket. And how the depression is still kicking in. Well, after reading several grief pages and countering a few authors here and there about what their perception is of death and what mine is and what they think grieving is and what mine is. Everybody's got their own individual thing of grief and their viewpoint of death. We all have it. Last night I was dealing with it as well. What was getting to me, sorry, I'm moving the camera again. I'm just trying to get my damn system to work here. If it can't work. Turn the damn thing off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let it go through the booting. Sorry. I'm just trying to get myself working here somewhat. Yeah, you can already tell I'm already depressed at this point over here because I don't even like to deal with that's happening. Halloween right now is not even here yet. The day of it, yes. People scrambling around trying to get through their own work, but also trying to get through more bags of candy, which I haven't bought. I don't have any candy. I got energy bars, but I'm not giving that out to them. That's my own survival bars. I'm still munching on every so often, just out of munching. And I'm still trying to work with myself here. Just trying to deal, trying to cope, trying to understand. One particular social media post was talking to me about how to take it easy. Take time to grieve. I had to tell these morons, but grieving is when you grieve. It kicks you, it hits you, It says, pay attention to me. So you pay attention to it. That's what I do. Pay attention to it. Why? Because I'm paying attention to my emotions at this point over here, which are driving me insane. You know? Grieving takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of physical and mental health energy out of you. And not to mention takes it out of you spiritually because you're still trying to recover from it. I have lost so many loved ones in my lifetime that I had failed to grieve for a lot of them. Well, at least properly anyway. And one of which was dealing with my grandmother back in the early 80s. I had to go to school. I had to take care of Ma. I had to work. We never had the time properly to go through what they want people to go through properly. Finding the time to grieve and mourn and move on. Or just shove it aside and keep busting ass. And that's basically how it is. I was never strongly encouraged on how to grieve or mourn properly. There is no manual for this damn thing. Yet I've seen authors popping out their own damn advice out there saying, I got the solution for it here. Read my book. I need the money. So you may ask me, how come I'm not writing a book on the damn thing? I'm writing my own book on my own self. It's called YouTube. It's called doing videos. It's called talking about my own damn experiences left and right. And I'm hurting like a son of a bitch. I put it on tape. I put it either on video or audio or both. Because I need a record of it. I need a record of how the hell I'm doing these days. Either I'm crashing and burning, or else I'm still struggling for survival. And if I'm still struggling for survival, yay, it's got to be accounted as a win. If not, there goes another fucking day, isn't it? I'm not holding back the language either this time. Some days I've been trying to hold it back because I have to be that much decent online. Because hardly anybody else doesn't like the damn cursives. Unless they're going to be writing the damn cursives on the screen. But dealing with the emotions and dealing with the past and dealing with people connected to it, I mean, it's a hard damn thing to deal with. Well, I've lost people, I've lost friends, I've lost extended family members. How else am I going to say this? There was a surrogate family that adopted my family, and our family adopted theirs, so we became like an extended family of sorts. And their mother, God rest her soul, was the most wonderful mother besides mine. I had two wonderful mothers raising me. I had brothers beyond my own brother. And it hurt like hell just to... It hurt like hell to hear about their mother. It hurt like hell being separated from all of them. I had a sister. Well, now I had a sister. Also separated. Well, we lost our patriarchs. Our mothers. Or actually our matriarchs. And maybe a family member or two somewhere in there. It does break apart foundations, apparently. We're supposed to be held stronger together because of our love for each other, but apparently, I guess we didn't have that much love for each other. And if we did, we were fooling ourselves. And this is my way of verbally spanking them, if it's a way for me to tell these people, look, we've both gone through loss. It takes time to grieve and mourn. But to separate as family? The hardest damn thing for me to do is be separated from a family. that I considered very special in my life. It's almost just dealing with the death, that they're dead. I had spoken to him a long time ago. Not recently. I tried, but nothing happens. So I'll still talk about him in the past tense. I grieve and I mourn. It's not that I'm going to be clinging on to him for emotional support, but it would be nice to cling on to him for emotional support. At one time, I thought we were doing the financial all the damn time. My brother and I. We had. But, things happen. If there was any apologies to be made, sorry. But that's not, I know it's never good enough. Sorries are never good enough. Apologies are never good enough. Making amends is. But without understanding what I can and can't do for amends is one thing. The connection to being lost, that's what kills me the most. It's not that I'm getting a connection, it's just to say, hey, buddy, old pal, can I borrow some money from you? No, that's not it. It's like, brother, do you have a moment that I can chew your ear off? Do you have a moment that I can actually get a bear hug out of you? At least tell me that I'm still human and alive? That I still have family one way or another? The hardest thing for me to separate, besides the physical death of family members that matters to me, is the physical separation in this world of family members that decide they go their separate ways and I'm still stuck. It's bad enough and it pisses me off is when I get one of them starts to like some of the stuff I keep posting out there. But not the stuff that he wants to see or deal with. Of course, he had a mother. Actually, he had a great wife, had kids, get to college, and now he thinks he can retire. Maybe. He's done enough. Maybe he's not done enough in his lifetime. But the one thing I could have done with him was just chew the fat with him. Hear stories out of him. How things happened in his life. I hadn't seen my friend in a couple of decades. And it still hurts. A day like today, you're supposed to be getting ready for tonight and passing out the candy and acting like a complete fool and idiot. And the next day, under Mexican tradition, is the Day of the Dead. Why should that give me a little bit more comfort and peace instead of dealing with a family? I don't know. Maybe because I'm probably more at peace with that than I am in anything else. I know I've lost my family, and they're waiting on the other side. But I still like life. I'm still not done with it yet. But what drives me crazy is not having the family necessary that I can speak to or have connection with. And it hurts. It hurts. I wanted so much, but I have done so little. My grieving, my mourning, my depression has put me at edge with a lot of things and a lot of people these days. It has put me in a lot of situations where I'm still constantly trying to ask myself, what does this damn thing all mean for me? I tell you the truth, I honestly haven't got a clue. I don't. I have been emotionally triggered off and on for a long while now. With Ma, I tried to keep things in. I tried to do things that I couldn't go out and express my emotions about. And I should have. But losing my brother, it's like permission granted. Only now you don't get to grieve about your brother. You get to grieve about your mother. You get to grieve about your grandmother. You get to grieve about your friends and your aunts and uncles. Your surrogate mothers, your surrogate families. Anybody and everybody. You're open season. You're open for this emotional tsunami, as I called it a while ago. I mean, originally I called it being put into a Cuisinart with a heart. While the heart's still beating and being ground up, you're feeling the pain, the intense pain of it all. You know what got to me this morning? Besides seeing some of the grieving pages I'd seen and people trying to talk about their stuff, and I'm thinking, well, you're trying to act like a damn guru about it. Here's my version of the damn shit. What's worse is when I started coming into someone's doing a do you remember page or good old movies page or good old something like that. And they do 1970. In 1970, there was a comedy movie called MASH. Robert Altman directed it. A lot of us old timers would remember that film a great deal. It was supposed to be a spoof on the Vietnam War, but they did it in Korea anyway. They did it about Korea. Then after a couple of years, they put it on television as a comedy series. Comedy drama, actually. Went over 10 years. Almost 12, I think. And it was the most pivotal, monumental television series out there. But the haunting theme of it was the movie theme that said, suicide is painless. Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes. And I could take it or leave it if I please. A kid wrote that one. A teenager wrote that ballad. Not thinking of suicide, but thinking of a theme for the movie. But it was still hard as hell to deal with. It was so damn hard. It was so damn hard. Sometimes listening to it would get to me. Especially when I was in different moods left and right. And this morning, I found myself in one particular mood that would have been flagging every mental health professional out there. I got a therapist that would check up on me to see whether or not I'm suicidal or not. Primarily when he contacted him originally, they wanted to find out from me if I was suicidal in thought or action, or had been. And I said a long time ago. And I was. Medications had screwed around with my damn brain that I felt like it. And I felt depressed enough just about to kill myself. But I hadn't. Now, because I've lost a lot of my family members that mattered a damn thing to me, the problem is I don't know how to make it up to myself. I don't know what I can say or do to See, I'm no longer suicidal in thought or action, but the problem is, I do get the thoughts from time to time. I do. It's hard as hell to deal with it. I'm dealing with a realization that sometimes life sucks, but I'm still struggling. I don't see a way out of it, except just to keep pushing that muck and mud in front of me. I've started to understand a little more and more about those people thinking about suicide, because they keep screaming for help and nobody listens. They'll do whatever it takes sometimes to get their help, but they won't, because they're writing it too much in here and not out to where people can hear about it, and they're afraid of it. It's not the suicide part, they're afraid of the damn response, apparently. It's not the response I'll be afraid of much. It's if I actually did this damn thing, I'd become part of the Day of the Dead. I wouldn't know what life was. I would know what spiritual life would be. But anything concerning about the corporeal, I'd be losing it instantly. But the other thing that would scare the hell out of me is dealing with God. I have been taught sometimes in different churches to fear God. And other times I'm supposed to look at him as a father. But since I didn't have that much experience concerning about a father, but I did have experience concerning about a brother or an uncle, maybe I could try dealing with God in that particular fashion. But when it comes down for just dealing as a father creator is something of a thing beyond a comprehension of sorts. What do you look upon me as a failure because I killed myself, because I couldn't deal with it anymore? Did I actually hit a limit that I wasn't supposed to? And it actually pissed them off enough to drop kick me? Or I couldn't see my family ever again? Or except maybe for a last final time and then that's it? It's a cruel joke? You know, certain beliefs that I came across growing up. I understood it through the Catholic Church that they still viewed suicide as a roadway to damnation. And how does God deal with those who have lost loved ones on the road to hell and damnation like that? All those are separated. They got to be miserable up in heaven as their own lost loved ones are downstairs in hell roasting their asses all alive. It's a hell of a fear to deal with, you know. That's a hell of a lot of thing to deal with. And I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to deal with that shit. It's like terrific. I get separated from my family in life. Now I get to be separated throughout eternity. I just saw them for a short time in my blink of existence, and that's it. I no longer have access to my family because of a decision I would make because I was in so much pain and I just wanted to see my family again. But because if I had actually made that decision over here, and concerning about belief, you know, of what one particular religious sect would say, I'd be damned. Because God doesn't like suicides. What do you understand? People do this thing out of pain, out of confusion. Because they feel like they got nowhere else to go or no one else to help them out. Despite how many people kept trying to extend a hand and say, look, I'll try to help you out of this damn thing. Oh, you'll try, but you won't help me out of this damn thing. Okay, thank you very much. I'll just take a swig of poison over here and then call it a day. This ain't poison. This is coffee. However, some people may call coffee poison. ball juice, dehydrated crystals with sugar. There's a poison. And powdered cream. There's the other poison right there. I'm still finishing it up. Gone. Am I feeling better right now because I had that cup of coffee? Hardly. I still got to get to the liquor store today and get some stuff. That's why I got to stay up and stay awake. I'm not liking it. About an hour from now, I'll crawl it over to the store, grab some stuff, come right back, and then maybe crawl back to bed and sleep. But how I'm looking at myself in life right now is I suck. I may have other people in this existence that still care about me, and I probably haven't given enough credence to that effect. There have been a few people out here who actually gave a shit in my life. I'm grateful for it to a point. And sometimes I feel like it's not enough. You know, maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe I'm being too much of a prick on this one. I'm asking for too much. I'm being demanding on myself too much on people left and right. But would it hurt to get a human hug? Try to get one from a neighbor every once in a great while. Only when I get to see him. After that, forget it. I know a few people over here in this complex that I live in. I've already had the kiss of death visited them too many damn times. Do we talk? Nope. Nope. So how can I deal with this? How can I deal with what I'm dealing with right now? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to analyze it. I'm trying to let my brain work on this damn problem. Because if it can't work on the damn problem, then what the hell am I doing in the first place? Breaking down. I'm breaking myself down more and more. And it's like I keep expecting God to show up and Revelations just all of a sudden just say, alright, this is the time. And I keep thinking, how would I deal with that kind of situation over here? Am I still going to die? Am I not going to die? God probably thinks I'm a fool and an idiot, and I think myself as a fool and an idiot. Only because I haven't done anything better. I haven't. I'm still fighting off a headache. A tire drop on me 10 years ago, still doing its damage on my neck and back. And on my psyche. And I'm still struggling with today. So this is like, consider it a bitch log. I'm bitching and griping about shit happening right now. I'll post it out there on YouTube. Say it's a bitch log. I'm not celebrating Halloween. Not that much anyway. I can post pictures of the damn shit on social media of past things I used to do. What makes it hard is not being part of someone else's fun or their enjoyment of life. I guess that's also what hurts me the most, is not being part of something greater than, well, my misery is right now. You know, so much I can put out there regarding the grief and misery and they just don't want to deal with it, fine. In order for me to find positive, I got to be part of the positive. And I got to feel like I'm part of the positive. But I'm not that way right now as it is. I'm not. I feel too damn old. I'm 56. I'm not supposed to be feeling this damn old. Some people consider it middle age and then having fun in life. I haven't had any fun in my life in a long while. I lose family. That was the most important thing in me. It's my family. And it still hurts like hell. It hurts like hell because I don't know how else to say it or do it for other people. What can I do? I mean, yeah, I'd definitely be considered suicidal at this point. I mean, if they want to see the traits of concerning about a person going through the suicidal thoughts or anything else probably leading up to it. And they're probably wondering if I'm self-destructive at this point over here, just by saying life sucks and let's get myself killed already and just say screw it. It's too damn easy. It's far too damn easy for me to do this to myself. And I'm picking the hardest damn way for me to do this thing is being a pain in the ass. I can't be anything else but a pain in the ass. So if I'm going to be a pain in the ass in God's keister at this point over here, then I guess, I don't know. Would he want me up here right now as I am? Obnoxious, a bit? Would he be able to deal with a schmuck like me right now, even in my own situation, in my own mental thing going on? How else am I supposed to be dealing with this? Let me think suicide is painless because of a damn song going through their head. It's so damn easy. Too damn easy. I know, I had to pick the fucking struggle. I had to be the fucking moron going through the struggle in life because I valued life.